Hey Waffle Gang, I do hope you're well. My name is Mark and today we're checking out some more relationship stories, and if you do love a Reddit story, why not consider hitting a like, subscribe, maybe that notification bell too? Very cheeky indeed. And let's crack on with today's first story. Much love guys. Now today's first story comes from Throwaway Open Not For Me, who says, girlfriend wanted an open relationship, so I broke up with her. Now she wants to get back together. I, 23 male, was dating my ex, 23 female, up until a month ago. We were together for 4 years before that. So before we broke up, she was acting distant for a good month, then as of last month, sat me down and asked for an open relationship. The minute those words came out of her mouth, I broke up with her. I came into this relationship expecting a monogamous relationship, and now she wanted to change the relationship. I only want to be with one person. If we couldn't agree on that, I saw no future. With the way she was acting before this, I can't trust her, even if she wasn't acting shady. I wouldn't be able to trust her anyway for suggesting it. Those are some of the reasons I decided to break up with her in that moment, even though it might seem harsh. In my opinion, if someone wants a relationship like that, the relationship should start like that for it to be healthy, not just dumped on your partner after years of monogamy. Now, I've been getting texts and voicemails from her crying to take her back and that she didn't mean it. I'm not sure what to think. Some people have been telling me that I acted too rash and didn't give us time to work it out, and that it was cruel of me to do that. Is this something I acted too quick with, or not? Now, right or wrong in this, if I was in your situation, I think I'd feel exactly the same. Someone asked me for an open relationship, I would lose trust in it. She never said that she'd do it regardless or she would cheat or anything like that, but she requested it, and that would make me lose trust. And it would leave me thinking, oh, is she thinking about someone else? And possibly my own insecurities playing on it as well, but it just wouldn't be healthy for the relationship once that was asked. And so for me in this, I can't blame you for feeling the way that you do. But Yoin2000 in the comments says, I think you did the right thing. I was in a similar situation and I'm thankful that I stuck with a decision to break up with her. Any doubts you have currently will fade with time. You can't help but suspect that she suggested this because she already knew who she wanted to sleep with, given that she was distant for a month leading up to this. The only time I think an open relationship has a chance is if you're on good terms when it's suggested, not distance for a month leading up to it, and you are both on board from the get-go. Neither applies in your case. Mothy says, my husband had a friend in this situation, and he said if they're asking for an open relationship all of a sudden, it's because they already have someone in mind. I'm not doing it, and she obviously has someone in sight, and they broke up. Next thing you know, she's in a monogamous relationship with another fella within a week. Dry Ask says, good for you. You did not bend to her BS. I will tell you exactly what happened with your girlfriend. She met someone that she was interested in. At a minimum started an emotional relationship, cheating, and then wanted your permission to have a physical relationship with that person. Now that person is either not good enough or it is already over and she wants her emotional support boyfriend back. Yeah, hell no, stand your ground. And we have one more comment from Big Max who says, it's almost impossible to walk that back. You aren't enough for me and I need more than you can give. Okay, I guess we should break up then. Wait, no, you are plenty, forget I said that. Let's just pretend you are good enough for me, even though we both know that's not the case. So then OP does update the post for us, which says, I thought I would give an update since people DM me to post one when I can. I didn't expect to update this soon though. After posting and expressing to some people that I had a suspicion she cheated on me, I couldn't get the nagging feeling out of my head. I didn't want to know at first, but decided to go digging and ask mutual friends what X had been up to that month. She was acting shady. I didn't expect one of her closest friends to spill the beans, but she did. My suspicions were correct. She had been cheating on me with a mutual friend's cousin. I decided to message the guy on Facebook. When I messaged him, he wanted to meet in person, so I met him at a local pub. When I got there, he apologized and explained everything. How he didn't know she was in a relationship and that the day she called me wanting me back is the day he found out and broke it off. I can't fault the guy. He seemed genuine and really apologetic. On the plus side, I drank for free the entire time. He seems like a great guy, especially considering how he broke it off right away once he knew. I won't lie, He's handsome and a great guy, and I would let him F me to rub it in my ex's face. Lol. But at least I have a bit of closure now. I've blocked my ex on everything, and I'm gathering her stuff she's left here to mail her, so she doesn't come knocking. It's taken a lot of power to not leave a note in the box along the lines of, "Mark seems nice, too bad you lost him too." Sorry if some of this makes no sense. I'm typing this on a phone, and my fat thumbs are doing me no favors. It also doesn't help I'm a bit tipsy, and I'm glad I could vent and get advice from you beautiful effers of Reddit. So it turns out a lot of the comments were already correct on this one, and that she already had someone in mind and was just looking for permission basically. But what do you guys make of this one? How would you feel if your partner ever asked you for an open relationship? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below, and let's move on to another story. And our next story comes from a throwaway account who says, "I have been accused/framed of sending nudes to my coworker. Let's call my coworker Rachel. Over the last few months, I've become good friends with Rachel. She lives with her boyfriend, but we've been flirting with each other since the past few weeks, after we were paired for a scavenger hunt during our office retreat. Up until the office retreat, our only medium of communication, the app we use for teamwork, Slack. 2 groups. One is for office chat and the other group compromises of 20-something from work. More of an after-hours chat group to hang out for drink/dinner. Me and Rachel were just friends until our office retreat last month. We started having our own private Slack conversation and then later continued our conversation on iMessage. Both agreed it would be risky to communicate to one another via office account. I did know about her boyfriend a week after our office retreat, but she was the one who brought it up and didn't mind me flirting with her and vice versa. She equally flirted back. Honestly, being single, it didn't occur to me that I should have stopped messaging her after she dropped "have BF" message. We peaked our casual conversation by exchanging tens of messages every day. She did ask me if I would like to join her for drinks after work at this bar 2 blocks down the road, and I asked her if we could choose someplace else because I didn't want to be spotted with her by some coworker. We did go out. This was 2 weeks ago. We later went out on 5 other dates, including 2 dinner, but I swear it was platonic. We termed our dates as an experience to try out new places. Oh, we haven't kissed or all those gestures. I agree we flirted back and forth, but then we became close friends. I took a week off to visit my family back home, and out of nowhere I was shocked to learn that she posted a screenshot of our iMessage thread late last evening. I was shocked to see that thread with my private picture, which I haven't. I haven't sent her an iMessage in the last 2 days. Last message on my end reads, "Merry Christmas" with a Christmas tree emoji on Christmas Eve, and her replying back with thanks and a bunch of emojis. I'm quite certain that she photoshopped the remainder of that thread with, and it says, "Me thinking about you," and then supposedly sends a picture of genitals, but it was likely some other guys. And she posted that screenshot along with caption, "Nice guys." She hasn't even redacted my name. I've been trying to reach her since the last 10 hours. This has been on Facebook all over. She hasn't replied to my calls or any further messages yet after the post. One of my coworkers called me and sent me that screenshot from his Facebook when he saw that post. Honestly, I don't understand why she has cooked up that story. I couldn't see the post because I was apparently blocked before she posted it. Seems like she has even blocked me on iMessage. I've received numerous messages on Facebook and text, couldn't sleep. I've decided to go to the cops in an hour. I've even sent out an email to our company's HR last night explaining that it wasn't me who sent that pic and attached screenshots on my end, though this might escalate to HR sooner or later. I also sent Rachel an email trying to be as polite as I could as to why she would post that screenshot, which we both know wasn't something I did. What's stressing me out is the damage it's already done to my reputation by the people who have seen the post. I have asked a trusted coworker/friend to send me screenshots or comment to that post every so often since I can't view that post. Truly appreciate any inputs you guys might have. This was out of nowhere. What should I do moving forward besides contacting the cops? I worry that my word won't hold against hers. Can I ask cops or HR to personally vet her inbox and validate that against her post? Because I know that would prove my truth that I haven't sent that pic. Please help. Mini updates. I was advised to file a complaint in California since I live and work there. I'm going to call a lawyer who happens to be my mum's cousin in California. It's very, very stressful to endure being accused of sending genital pics when you haven't. The embarrassment is driving me crazy and a load of messages in my inbox. I have this urge to reply to each one of them explaining it wasn't me, but that might backfire. I don't know. Now, I'm sure the comments are going to cover the legal side of things at the moment. So my only advice on that would be, just to stick to what they're saying, what the lawyer would be saying, and advising you there. But I got a kind of feeling whilst reading this, you mentioned that she had a boyfriend, and it kind of makes me feel like boyfriend's found out about these dates in air quotes, and now she's created this crazy ass story to say that, you've almost been like, that you're the one instigating this, you're sending these pictures and to get herself off the hook, basically. But Tyson says, odd thing for her to do, as there's all kinds of third-party records that prove 1, you didn't do what she said, and 2, that she lied about you in a way that would reasonably be expected to cause you harm. Apple's records of the iMessages you actually sent, social media records of what she posted and who saw what she posted, etc. It's a textbook defamation case, especially if you lose your job and she handed you the evidence on a platter. Save everything you can and contact a lawyer ASAP. I'd also be prepared for a potential visit from her boyfriend, so be careful. If she's posting something like that publicly, who knows what she's saying privately? Good luck. Classic M says, oh my god, this is horrible. Sounds like the boyfriend got angry when he found out she was going out with you. My boyfriend would have been furious because whether you think you are friends or whatever, it's inappropriate. If you have to keep it a secret, that's messed up, man. You don't deserve any of what she is doing to you, but you were basically in a secret relationship with her. You could have seen it as a friendship, but she could have seen it as an affair, and she got caught and is making you out to be the bad guy to save her own ass. Best case scenario, HR sticks up for you. She lets go. Cops find out the images were manipulated, so you have proof she is a liar. You change jobs with good letters of recommendation. I hope the best for you, but seriously, you shouldn't go on secret dates with people that are in relationships. Devil's Advocate says, what she is doing is not cool and you should seek legal counsel. But I wouldn't feel right without also saying I think you're a pretty scummy shitebag yourself and karma is an effing B. Tonic my effing ass. You were flirting, you knew where it was heading, and I get the impression you'd have happily got with her knowing she had a boyfriend. So what she is doing is bad, but I have limited sympathy. Annie says, whilst not excusing her actions, take this as a warning over your future approach to women you know are in relationships. When it came to the crunch, she's chosen her boyfriend and has thrown you under the bus. Date stamp photos of your conversations with her. Establish if you have any alibis for the apparent times the photos were sent. Don't, under any circumstances, contact her again. Check your entitlement at work to be accompanied by a colleague/union rep in any meeting with HR. Also be prepared because you're going to have to present yourself as an idiot who is pursuing a woman who is in a relationship, and that's not going to go down well at all. But ultimately, you've not sent her a pic of your wang and she's photoshopped that, so whilst you're a bad person, she's worse. So then OP comes in to update the post, which says a lot has changed since Friday. Most stressful time of my life yet. I flew back to California Friday afternoon. Also hired myself a lawyer. Head of HR called early evening and said she wanted to sort this matter out beyond office hours. Rachel, not her real name, she is the one who accused me, didn't show up at work Friday. She was supposed to be working through New Year, since very few personnel have been manning our work over the holidays. HR scheduled a meeting at the executive conference room, which is 4 floors on the top of our work area. She did advise me not to communicate with other co-workers till this matter is looked into by HR. I also informed her that I've hired a lawyer for any ramifications that might unfold from this incident. She assured me that they will be fair and try to mediate this matter, as if I actually did send that pic. I rushed to the office Saturday morning. Thank God it was weekend and holidays. I'd have had a panic attack if I'd come into the office on a typical weekday. I was early by at least an hour. The conference room was filled with senior executive, 2 other women who seemed like junior level HR personnel, and head of HR. Rachel showed up right on time. Sorry for detailing, but I remember all of this like it just happened a minute ago. After an awkward start, I showed the HR my iMessage thread. Okay, Rachel was very defensive and she said something like, I was shocked and terrorized when I received that message. and she claimed she threw her phone in anger and her phone stopped working. She got her phone with cracked screen. What the hell? She also claimed that she didn't reply to my messages and shut out because of the unusable phone. But she didn't hesitate when the HR asked her to surrender a broken phone or hand it to our IT guy. Oh, I also asked if she can show our iMessage thread through iCloud, and she claims she doesn't use iCloud. Two things. She owns an iPhone, iPad, and a MacBook. It's very unlikely that she doesn't use iCloud for messages. Moreover, if she claims her screen was broken, how the heck was I blocked? I know she had her read receipts turned on from our conversation history, but none of my past messages had any messages read notifications. Anyhow, our IT guy dropped by, took her back up and recovered on someone else's iPhone by the afternoon. During this time, we took a break and decided to reconvene by afternoon. The IT guy came with a restored phone, and guess what? Her message inbox was empty. She was also asked to log into her Apple account, and even then, her message inbox was still empty. She started panicking, saying that her phone drop might have broken some chip or something. Our IT guy checked her phone. We were still asked to sign a consent before turning our personal devices to the company, and did something with work profile config or something. All our app data were intact except notes, contacts, and messages and photos. Our IT guy gave his conclusion that it was deliberately deleted. This was a few hours ago. Okay. Since all of this was recorded, not on camera, but documented by one of the junior HR personnel, our meeting was adjourned and we had to turn our phones. Rachel was also asked to turn her MacBook and iPad as the IT guy believed that they can recover from her other devices. Oh, and our IT guy called what he said was our in-house iOS expert who devised work profiles for all Apple devices of employees, whether company uses or bring your own device. This was around 4. By 7 PM, I received call from our HR, where she said that they haven't been able to recover any messages from either of our Apple devices. She also affirmed that IT thinks those messages might have been deliberately deleted, but they cannot prove that for certain. Something that's required by company bylaws to terminate her immediately. Another thing, I was told on Friday that I cannot sue any current employees, which means that her hint of terminate her immediately makes me wonder if they're gonna actually fire her. I also spoke with my lawyer, who is certain they will let go of her, and then we can file a lawsuit of our own. Not sure what the future is going to hold for me, but I'm looking forward to the next few days in legal obligation, whereas Rachel is forced to publicly apologize everywhere for accusing me of sending her nudes. I haven't spoken to her or able to determine the true intention for framing me into this. I'll be going to the office late evening on Monday to talk to those IT guys and collect my phone back. I was cleared to collect my phone. Not sure of Rachel. I also asked them if they found anything worth helpful. Since at this point in time, they are the only people besides Rachel that can see what's on her device. Still 2 unanswered questions. If she would be fired so that we can file a lawsuit against her, and why the heck did she do it? Sorry, I saw so many comment notifications. I wasn't able to respond to all of those after flying back to California and the ruckus in between. We'll try to respond since it's going to be Sunday soon. It's also interesting to know that IT guys don't have access to iMessages even after having installed Work Profile. I have a 30-minute video explaining what Apple Work Profile is and how it works. Rachel's demeanor was as if she was the victim of an abuse. I'm really thankful to my co-workers, one of whom actually picked me up from the airport and helped me get some dinner, while this other co-worker talked to me to not do anything crazy that I might regret. To be honest, I was going to send her a trashy email for having ruined my life, but I was reminded by a friend that it's going to hit me back if this was to be scrutinized any further. Oh, I also intend to reply to Facebook messages once we can initiate the process to sue her. And I kind of still feel on this one that she was just defending herself. I reckon the boyfriend found out about these dates and she went sort of like crazy and came up with this story and the manipulation of images and all this kind of stuff. I mean, it's extreme lengths to go to, isn't it? But unfortunately, we didn't find out in the end if he did end up suing her or whatever happened. It just sort of ended on that post. Maybe we've got some legal experts in this chat. What would happen, if he was to sue her? Would it be suing for money, or are we talking like jail sort of stuff here? I'm assuming it's just money if he's personally suing her. But in the comments on the first post, there was a lot of talk about this being like a felony. Again, I'm no expert in law or anything like that, especially when it's in the US or other countries. But now I'm going to turn this one to you guys. What do you guys make of this situation? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Now, just a huge thank you from the bottom of my heart for getting involved in today's stories. Your love, your support and time always means the absolute world to me. So thank you so much for being involved. And hopefully I will see you in the next one. Take care and much love.